Hi, everybody. This is your self-awareness exercise for the week of March 16th, or when you hear it and it resonates. Now, normally I pick 3 cards, one from the contemplation, one from the intentional attitude, and one from the awareness activity. But I needed to pull an extra one today, and I'll tell you why. First of all, welcome and thank you for coming. I appreciate the people who listen to these and work with them. And what I'm doing with these right now is I'm realizing as I'm sitting and I'm asking Spirit what they want to offer for next week, that they're coming out not just as exercises in self-awareness. What they're talking about is how to use the self-awareness in the midst of all of this confusion and chaos. So I feel I'm going to be giving you a little bit more information than maybe I normally would, but I'm following what I'm being given here. So the first card that you are being asked to consider this week, to contemplate and wonder about, is the concept of worry. So, why do we believe that worrying about something actually helps? Worry, sometimes hidden behind rationalizing or overanalysis, is only another face of fear. It locks our nervous system to fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, flooding us with adrenaline. A worried state prevents access to deeper thoughts, creative inspiration, or connection to deeper emotion. Answers come once the nervous system relaxes and the mind clears. It's in these moments that the creative, intuitive mind communicates solutions from behind the realm of fear-based, beyond the realm of fear-based desperation and logical deduction. Just noticed a typo. Okay. Now, the energy that you're being asked to deliberately embody as much as possible is humility. But let's look at what it says. There is more at work than just you. As you go through your day, remember that there are other influences which may, in quotes, know better. No matter what you know, think, or what you're planning to do, remain open to the idea that there is wisdom beyond yours, and stay open to the input. Now, the last 2 cards, the first one was choose, which is basically saying use your choice muscle and notice how it feels. Put it up. There we go. Today, exercise your choice muscle. Whenever you have the option to make a choice, pick. No saying you choose or whatever you prefer, choose, knowing you can always change your mind. Does it feel good? Is it awkward? Notice your feelings and people's reactions. You can even challenge other people who choose first. I find this particularly interesting in regards to the worry card because, of course, what's worry? It's, again, fear. And here, what does it feel like when you challenge somebody, or what does it feel like when you stand up and actually acknowledge what you're feeling and speak it? Notice where that might create some anxiety for you, some worrying, some, second guessing. Well, if I say that to him or her, then what's going to happen? Stuff like that. Just notice that. But then the other card, I just felt like I had to pull another card for you to go on top of the choose card. So you get another awareness activity, and that is be your own hero. And again, that is beautiful because what it's talking about is you standing up for yourself, or you being the person you want to be in that situation. So it might be standing up for yourself with honoring your choices, or you might find that by being your own hero, what you end up doing if you're taking on a particular quality of someone that is very quiet and very self-effacing, you might find yourself actually wanting to stand back and have no opinions right now. And that might be the way you stay out of worry, or it might create worry. But let's read the card. Today you're in a disguise. Hidden behind your normal persona is someone you admire. Pick one. Xena, the Buddha, Oprah, Zorro, Gandhi, Einstein, Superman, the Pope, Tesla, or anyone else you admire. And it doesn't have to be a big name. It might be a relative, or somebody that you admire on a TV show, a character that you admire on a TV show. Other than Xena, who's my favorite. Think about the traits you admire and do your best to embody them as you go into your day. Imagine that this person is operating through you and will respond with these traits in ways that are appropriate within the context of your day, but they do it without revealing who they are. So basically, you're integrating these qualities into your personality. How would they fit into your day without giving it away and yet still being true to their basic traits and philosophy? So listen, the way I see this fitting together for this week coming is this. Obviously, we are in a situation right now where fear is being used as a control mechanism. And it always has been. It's just now really, really obvious. And because the structures that really formed around that and maintained that kind of belief system are starting to disintegrate, even though the systems, as we are seeing, have been incredibly, amazingly out of alignment with higher principles, the fact that they are dissolving still creates worry because our nervous systems don't like change. They like that repetition. They like the ritual. They like the familiarity. So your brain doesn't have to think too much beyond what's going on. You can kind of just coast, right? Now, no, worry is in the air because fear is in the air. What's happening with money? I don't need to go on. You just need to look at YouTube or any news show and you're going to see all this there. So how do we, in the midst of all this worry, choose to not get pulled down by it? Well, by being our own hero. And also by remembering within the context of the humility card that there is more at work here. And even though it might look really bad, there might be a really good reason for things falling apart the way they are. I happen to believe there is. I believe we're in the process of a rebirth, but I believe there has to be a breakdown before there is a rebirth. And I believe the rebirth is being directed and guided by those of us who are choosing to be self-aware, by those of us who are choosing to use our mental creative power and our emotional alignment with our high heart to really create the environment and the energetic matrix for the world to evolve into a planet and a place where negative and positive doesn't have to exist within the experience of war and fighting. It can simply be discourse, conversation, debate, but all within a different fundamental belief system about what life and the sacred is about. That went a little farther than I expected it to, my friends, but I really believe that this is something that we can all use because as things heat up, we're going to be challenged again and again and again. So the more we can take steps to stay aware and centered and grounded within ourselves, the more we can deliberately take responsibility for ourselves. And the more we can deliberately choose self-love and self-acceptance when those parts of us, those dark parts of us come up, because they will come up in us just as they are coming up in the world. It's part of the process of evolution. So we need to be really kind to ourselves. We need to know we're going to make mistakes. We're going to do dumb things. We're going to say stuff. We're going to be angry. We're going to be mean. We're going to feel ashamed. We're going to feel all these things. And you get to choose. How do you be your own hero in this? How do you use the awareness of a presence and a sacredness beyond the table and chair reality in order to be able to soften into this work of just simply being a lightning rod for light? There you go, my friends. I hope this is great. I'm planning, I think, on doing monthly sessions to work with the cards live online. It's something they're dropping in. I didn't want to do it once a week. They said, okay, how about once a month? So maybe that's what we're going to be doing starting possibly in May. Keep an eye out. I'll be letting you know. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate those of you who are looking at the cards and working with them. And it's really a delight. So take care. Thank you for all your comments. I love them. I read them all, even if I don't always comment, but I read them all. And thank you very much. Take care.